Hello, Foundations of Engineering class. Today I will be talking about choosing the right engineering career and other resources available to enhance your experience. So these are some questions that you should ask yourself when choosing a career in general, not specifically speaking about engineering. So first of all, what do you already know about the major that you are pursuing? Okay, so any information that you may have, I do recommend that you look further into what you think you know, because you may hear different things from different sources. So I do recommend that you do your research. The second one, I think this one is very important. What courses will you be taking to earn a degree in this major? So I recommend again that you go and look into the degree plan, or if you are undecided between a few careers, that you compare the degree plans and you read about the courses. So don't just look at the names. Go further and read the course descriptions. If you are able to find any syllabus for the courses, I do recommend that you do that so that you compare and contrast and see which one interests you the most. The third one, do you have the appropriate academic preparation to complete the major? If not, what else do you need to do? So for some degrees, especially engineering speaking, whenever you enter the university, you probably just see the degree plan and you say, okay, so I will be taking Calculus 1 because that's what I need during my first semester. But what you don't know is that you may not be ready to take Calculus 1 just like that. So there are prerequisites for those classes. So for example, in order to take Calculus 1, you first have to take college algebra and then either pre-calculus or trig, and then you are ready to take Calculus 1. So this may take you a little bit longer. So right now you're already taking your first engineering class. So I'm sure that you already went through this. Okay, so just so that you are prepared and on things that you can do before entering your major. The fourth one, are you enjoying your courses? Right now, this is your first engineering class. Maybe you are taking other classes like graphics and so forth. But there's a difference between feeling challenged and stressed. Yes, there may be times in which you feel like you just want to quit school for good. But I mean, that's normal. That's normal that you feel some kind of stress, pressure, because at times you have to submit a lot of projects at the same time, especially towards the end of the semester. And then you have all these final exams and you have your personal life as well. But there's a difference between having that challenge of like submitting everything on time and finishing all of your projects, and also don't enjoying what you're doing. So yes, it gets rough, but you like what you do, right? So pay attention to that, because that may tell you probably if you are not in the right career. So don't worry, the pressure is normal, but I mean, sometimes you enjoy what you do. You're just pressured with all the deadlines at the same time. Also, what time demands are involved? This is closely related to the previous question. Are you willing to spend the time that it takes to complete this major? Most of the majors are 4 years. That's like the original timeline that the universities post in their degree plans, but know that you may not be in a rush. So if you have a full-time job, if you have a family to take care of, I mean, don't worry about the 4 years. You may take a little bit longer. So just know that if you take more than 4 years, that's also fine. So don't rush if you don't have the time or the full time to focus on your studies. So know that work and life balance, or in this case, education and life balance, or education and work and life balance, is very important. So Take care of yourself. If you feel that you cannot be a full-time student, don't worry, you can finish in 5 or even 6 years. What kinds of jobs this major will prepare you for? Okay, so this one, I want to focus on this one because this question will tell you if you are in the right path. So yes, at first I ask you to compare the courses from different degrees, or just read the course names and descriptions of the degree plan that you're currently in. But this one right here, the jobs, I would say that this is kind of like reverse engineering to see if you are in the right path. So for example, think about your dream job. So what do you see yourself doing in 10 years from now? So once you have that in mind, look for or search, go online and search for positions. So let's say you want to work for a software company, a very important software company. Let's say you want to work for, I don't know, like Microsoft, Google. Okay, so go online and look for jobs that are kind of like within your expectations, and look for the requirements for those jobs. So it may tell you that you are required to have a degree in computer science, software engineering, computer engineering, or related field. It may also require you to have some certifications, etc. So look for those jobs that you see yourself doing in the future. And then, yeah, based on the requirements, you can decide whether or not you are in the correct path. The last one, what kind of skills do you need for the job that you want? Well, it's also closely related in the sense that, again, there may be additional things that you have to obtain or do besides just your degree. So some jobs will require you to have a master's degree. Some other jobs will require you to have certifications or very specific certifications. Some other jobs may require you to have a license, and I'll talk more about that in a bit. So yeah, I would recommend that you reverse engineer your future. So look at what you or where you want to be in a few years from now, and then go trace that path back and see if you are starting the right way. Now, what is engineering? Well, these are just some definitions from different sources, and I just wanted to highlight some keywords here. So in general, okay, so engineering, it's something that helps you innovate, design, build, improve existing processes. It could be structures, systems, machines, tools, anything. So you are about to create and improve what is already in the world. Well, I mean, create new methods for, let's say, better the experience of the users. Okay, so just know that there's a lot of creativity involved in engineering, whether to innovate or just to, let's say, better things that are already existing. This is just a general graph here. So I'm comparing engineering and science because, I mean, it's closely related. You will be taking some science courses as well. So just if you want to go into the energy industry, these are some engineering and science degrees that will help you achieve that. If you want to work with machines, with manufacturing, material structures, and technical sales. One thing that I want to point out, I know that some of you may be interested in computer science, and here they categorize it under science and not engineering. Just note that, I don't know, schools also do that. So I just want to show you an example here. So for example, in UT Austin, the computer science degree is under the College of Natural Sciences. So it's not classified as engineering. But if you look at TAMU, let me search for it, TAMU Computer Science. So computer science at Texas A&M University, it's under the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So here it is considered an engineering degree, but at UT it's a science degree. So I mean, it depends. It doesn't matter which one do you choose. As long as it meets your expectations and it fits into your future plans, just go for it. Again, it doesn't matter what university you attend as long as you obtain the degree. Okay, so again, choosing a specific engineering field could be overwhelming because you have so many options. And I will talk briefly about the most popular ones, especially based on what you told me in your meet and greet questions, like which degree you are currently going for, and I will go over them briefly. So we have bioengineering or biomedical. So this one, it focuses more on understanding and creating solutions to medical problems, and you could be building instruments, devices, procedures, materials, and these are just some places that you can work in. Universities, hospitals, research is very popular, and also like government funded projects. Biosystems, well, it's along the lines of the previous one, but this is more, it's also focuses on ecological problems and biological as well. So again, you could be doing processes. You can also be focusing on clean energy like biofuels, water management, plastics that are biodegradable, etc. And I mean, the places that you can work in are very similar, especially because I mean, you can do research about any type of engineering, and also there's government funded programs for most of the engineering careers. Chemical, so here you will be solving chemical problems. It could be food related, it could also be related to petroleum, to paper, and some electronic devices as well. Civil engineering, I know that this one is also very popular, but unfortunately we don't have a degree in civil engineering at TAMIU, so I will also talk about transferring briefly into another university. But just know, and also this is a very popular degree in Laredo. So there's a lot of civil engineering companies. So if you plan to stay in Laredo, this is a good degree for you. So yeah, you will be solving civilization problems, like for example, building bridges. So how do you get from point A to point B, right? So you can build a road, you have to plan for it, you have to plan for the city expansion. You can also be doing buildings, skyscrapers, so the infrastructure in general. And this one, it's a little bit more focused because there are engineering firms that do that, and well, I mean, there's a lot of construction going on right now, but you also have to design this, and project management. It's very important because you want to be finishing all of this on time. Computer engineering. So this one, it's a fairly new degree at TAMIU. And I know that some of you are already enrolled to this degree. So, and I will be talking about the difference between computer engineering, computer science, and software engineering, because I know that there's a lot of questions in regards to that, and there can be a little bit of confusion. So, okay, basically, computer engineering, it's a mixture of the software and the hardware part of the computer. So yes, you will be taking programming classes, you will be learning how to code, but you will also be taking some electrical engineering classes. So that's more like closely related to the hardware part of the computers. Okay, so yes, you can have, I would say, like the best of both worlds if you are interested both in the software and the hardware. Okay, so and also there's a lot of opportunities in IT, which is information technologies. Also there's a tech boom going on right now. So this is a very good career to pursue. Now, computer science. The difference between computer engineering and computer science is that computer science, it's not as focused on the hardware. You do have to take some classes that are hardware related to understand the computer in general, but I would say that it's a little bit more abstract. There is more math involved in computer science. But then again, it can be applied to software. You can do artificial intelligence. But here, I would say that you focus more on the algorithms. The math for computer science, it's very rigorous. So just be prepared for that. Electrical engineering, well, again, this is the kind of like the half of computer engineering. We don't have an electrical engineering degree at TAMIU, but again, you may transfer out to another institution. So this is more for electrical and electronics. So yes, you could be focusing on the hardware and power generation. Also, robotics could be a part of it, and telecommunications. Environmental, so yeah, you want to solve the environmental problems of the world, better treatments for water, air pollution, solid waste, which is very critical right now, and how to do sustainable living. Industrial engineering. So I want to say that this is also closely related to systems engineering. So those of you who are in systems engineering, if you look for or if you search for systems engineering or industrial engineering degrees online, you will see that they often come like hand in hand. So some degrees the name is industrial and systems engineering. So you will find it like that in many universities. And some of the classes that you take in the systems engineering program, they come from an industrial engineering degree plan. So, for example, if you take, I want to say like the computer integrated manufacturing, operations research, all of that, it's industrial engineering. So yes, if you are in systems, you will be taking some classes from industrial. So here you will be building models, some ergonomic solutions. You will be mostly designing processes, which is also part of systems engineering. But industrial, I would say that it's more focused on manufacturing processes more than anywhere. And yes, there's a lot of flexibility for industrial engineers as well. Materials, right now we have materials for construction. You have materials for clothing, especially if you want to make some more like eco-friendly materials. That's also like a very important industry right now. But then again, it could be related to construction, to electronic, metals, ceramics, also nanotechnology. It's very big right now. So it's also a good opportunity. Mechanical, this is also very popular. It also sometimes comes together with electronics. So you have the mechatronics degrees as well. This is also a very great opportunity, but we don't have it at TAMIU right now. So if you're looking for a mechanical engineering degree, you will have to transfer out to another university. Software engineering, this is the other one that I wanted to talk to you about. So software, I would say that it's more focused on, the software part of the picture. So you will be learning more how to code, but you will taking care of the entire software lifecycle process. So it's not just let's just say coding itself. You have to define the problem, implement a solution, test it, manage it, because also you have to be updating it and improve it. So it's the entire process of the software. So it will involve a lot of coding, but it also has some kind of algorithm design in the back end. Systems engineering, I am very familiar with this one because I graduated from systems engineering. Just let me explain why I chose systems engineering. So at the time where I had to select or choose my degree, I knew that I wanted to do engineering, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I was leaning towards industrial. That's why I'm telling you that it's a little bit similar. So I was leaning towards industrial. At that time, we didn't have any engineering degrees at TAMIU, so I was considering transferring out after finishing my basics. But I heard that they were opening this new degree at TAMIU, so I looked into it and I liked it because I thought it was broad. So I wasn't going to be stuck with just like one engineering degree. I would have like the best of all worlds because I was going to be taking robotics classes, programming, electrical engineering, so a little bit of everything. So I liked that it was general and that I could make a decision on where I wanted to work later on. And it worked out really well for me because after that, I liked the part where I had to program and build databases and information systems. And that's when I went ahead and did my master's in information systems. So I'll talk more about that in a little while, but just know that a system, and I have the question here, what is a system? A system could be anything. So you have your refrigerator, it's a system. Your car is a system that has subsystems within. Even your body, it's a big system. So yeah, anything could be a system, right? So again, it's very broad, so you can focus on what the part that you like the best from the entire degree plan. So you could work virtually anywhere. Our graduates have been, well, right now I work in data analysis, but our graduates, we have some that have gone into like the oil industry. We have others that go into software development, also manufacturing. So yeah, it's very general. So it gives you the flexibility to work wherever you want to work in the future. And last but not least, we have petroleum engineering, which is also a fairly new degree at TAMIU. So here we will be dealing with oil and gas. And I mean, you could have different positions in the petroleum engineering industry. You can do, there's different routes to take. So you could do like the exploration. You can focus on drilling, on production, etc. You will find more information once you take more advanced classes in petroleum engineering, but know that this is a very big industry in Texas. Now, I talked about several engineering degrees, and yes, we do have 3 currently at TAMIU, but if your dream is to pursue one that we do not offer at this institution and you want to transfer to another institution, my recommendation is that you contact an advisor at your dream institution as soon as possible. So, for example, if you plan to transfer to UTSA, to Texas A&M, to Kingsville, to UT Austin, any other university that you're looking into transferring out, go online and search for your degree and search for an advisor that you can email. So you can either email or call that advisor, but do that as soon as possible, because what you want to do is like send your advisor the courses that you're currently taking. So we have advisors at TAMIU, but they cannot speak for the other institution. So yeah, the TAMIU advisors, they can tell you, okay, so take this class, take this other class, etc. But that doesn't guarantee that the courses that you will be taking at TAMIU will be, well, I don't want to say transferring. I'm going to use the term counting towards your degree at the other university, because some courses may transfer, but they don't count towards your degree. So just know that. Ideally, you would be doing a 2+2 degree plan, so 2 years at TAMIU and then 2 years at the other institution. But the reality is that when let's say that you stay 2 years at TAMIU, most likely it will take you about 2.5 and 3 years to finish at the other institution. And that's mainly because of prerequisites. I know that there is a website, I don't know if you are aware of this, where you can search for equivalent classes. Like, for example, if you take English 1301 at TAMIU, what's the equivalent at another institution? But just know that even like some classes that are not listed there can count towards your degree. I used to be an advisor, and even now that I'm teaching engineering economics, if I have a student transferring from another university who has taken a similar class at the other university, so maybe it's not called engineering economics, maybe it's called something else with economics. So the registrar's office will send me the course description. I may need more information and ask for a syllabus. And then, I will go over it and see if it matches my material for my class, and then I'll decide whether or not the student can receive credit for that class. So just know that not only the courses that are listed in that website will count towards your degree. So some courses are like, examined in a case-by-case basis. So contact an advisor at the other institution and just let them know which courses you're taking, which courses you're planning to take. They can take a look at the degree plan and tell you what other courses you can be taking. Because sometimes you transfer out and then it's like, oh, you need this class right here, and you know that it was offered at TAMIU, but you didn't take it because it wasn't part of, let's say, like the pre-engineering program that you were following over here. So it will just set you back one semester or even a year. So make sure that you do that. And just one thing that I wanted to show you is that let me tell you where you can find more information on the syllabus. And again, it's not just maybe the advisor at the other university will ask for a syllabus of a class. And if you don't have it, I recommend that you go into info.tamiu.edu. And here you can search for different semesters and different courses, and you will have access to the syllabus for those classes. And even I'm not just for transferring purposes, if you are interested in learning more about a course that you will probably be taking in the future, you can also go into this website and look for the syllabus. So now I will be talking about information and other opportunities available for you here at TAMIU mainly. So the first one would be the Career Center and websites. So I don't know if you're aware of this, but TAMIU has an Office of Career Services. And I have all of the links are here in the presentation. So this Office of Career Services, it helps a lot with planning and also getting your resume straight, so they can go over your resume, tell you what you need. There's also mock interviews that are conducted. They have events. Right now they haven't updated the events page, but you can come back and take a look later. If you have a very important interview and let's say that you were not prepared, you didn't go buy any like clothes for it, there is also a program that lets you borrow professional attire. So this is also a very good initiative from there. They have this career cafe where they invite speakers. This is a schedule right now for the month of February. Right now I don't see anyone from engineering, but you can come back and check because they sometimes invite engineering graduates to come and talk about their experience. So they can also answer some questions for you. They also have, if you want to, and I'll talk about LinkedIn. I don't know if you're aware of LinkedIn, but it's kind of like, I would say like a professional Facebook. So if you want to have like a professional picture taken, they can also do that. So again, you can borrow like a suit or professional clothing and they can take a picture of you so that it looks more, again, like more professional. And they have a lot of events and even career fairs. They also assist you with, and let me go to the next website, in setting up your handshake account. So this one, it's a platform that where you can search for jobs, and it could be on campus and off campus. So it allows you to upload your resume, and also, I mean, again, you can search for jobs and apply right there. So yeah, they will help you with that. So again, if you want to do work study or student workers, also if there's anything off campus, even if it's an internship, you can look for it over here. So I would highly recommend that you contact the Office of Career Services. And the good thing about this office is that even though let's say that you have already graduated from TAMIU, they will still help you out if you are an alumni. Even if you transfer out, you're considered an alumni of TAMIU. So you have those benefits even after you are no longer enrolled in TAMIU. Then the last one, this is the one that I was telling you about. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's called LinkedIn. So I call it like a professional Facebook, because you have your profile here, you upload your picture. Again, you want to upload a professional one, not just like the one that you have on Facebook. And then you can set up your resume and also search for positions, apply for jobs. You can also follow companies that you're interested in. So yeah, this is also a very powerful tool for you to network. So engineering societies, I know that it gets really busy as a student, but joining one of these engineering organizations, it's a plus for you. It looks super good in your resume and you gain a lot of experience. So how to join? Through this link, it's called TAMIU Campus Labs. You can search for any of these, and it doesn't have to be engineering. There's more than that. So as you can see, I mean, there's for business school, there's for accounting, for educators. So there's a lot of things that are not just like engineering related. So I mean, you can take a look at them and see if there's anything else that interests you. But I mean, you can search for these. For example, let's say the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, and you have it here. You click on it, and then it gives you all the information and how to contact them if you want to join. Okay, so you have all the information here and some pictures so that you see what they do. So this computer science and engineering, it's fairly new. We have the Society of Women Engineers. Just know that you don't have to be a woman to join. The Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, I would say that this is the most popular one, and I highly recommend that you join. If I have an officer for SHIP in this class, please let us know in the Q&A forum for this week so that if students have any questions and want to join, they can contact you directly because there's a lot of opportunities that come with SHIP. Once a year, they host the National Convention, which is like a huge conference, and it's in different cities every year, and it has a humongous career fair. So again, this comes as a recommendation, but I would recommend that you join early into this society and that you attend the national conference. It can get expensive. I know that they do a lot of fundraising, and you can also do some fundraising on your own because it's a great investment. But I do recommend that you go at least twice. So before your senior year, I recommend that you go first so that you see what this is about. Because sometimes you don't go as prepared as you want to be. Or maybe you learn from your mistakes. You're like, oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. So I recommend that you go at least twice. Before your senior year, could be as a junior or maybe as a sophomore. So that you kind of like test the terrain. And then, I mean, because even students that are sophomores and juniors, they have gotten like job offers, internship offers at very very important companies. And then as a senior, I do recommend that you go again because it's a great resource for you to find a job at a top company. So again, if you go twice, I mean, the second time that you go, you are better prepared. So yeah, consider joining the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. Again, if I have an officer for any of these, or not just an officer, a member for any of these organizations, please type in your information in the Q&A forum for this week, so that students can get in touch with you if they are interested in joining these organizations. Undergraduate research, this is also a really good addition to your resume. I know that for systems engineering and computer engineering, this is an elective course. So it's actually a course that you enroll in, and you work in a research project under a professor, and they give you credit for this. Again, there are sometimes positions, paid positions that open for undergraduate research. So if a professor has a grant and they are hiring undergraduate research students, they will post it on, I think it will come out on Handshake. Also another source of employment, but this is not so much for students, but let me just show you where to find it. If you go to employment.tamiu.edu, so I don't have the link here, but I'll be putting up the website here. You go into Workday, and you will find some positions that are posted for TAMIU. Again, there may be some student positions available here, but I think they moved most of them to Handshake. But again, if you graduate from your degree and you're interested in working at TAMIU, this is also the place to go. So this is where all of the TAMIU positions are listed. But yeah, so sometimes they will have paid positions for undergraduate research, or you can do it for credit. But I did this as a student. I didn't do it for credit. I did it under a grant that was paying me as a part-time job. But you have no idea how much I learned from it. Actually, this is where I learned how to code. I hadn't taken the fundamentals of programming class, but I had to teach myself to code because my project involved some coding. And also what I like about this is that you get to present your project at conferences. I mean, it wasn't like a big conference. It was a TAMIU conference locally, but it helps you gain so much experience, and some of the professors will also list you as a co-author in their publication. So that's also very big, and it looks great on your resume. So consider doing undergraduate research. Then internships. Again, this is also extremely important. I didn't have the opportunity to do an internship as a student, but there's different opportunities for you on campus. This is extremely convenient. They usually post intern positions for the Office of Information Technology. So if you're interested in pursuing a career in tech, I recommend that you do that. Because I mean, these are paid internships, or of course. You also have the option to do an internship on campus. So I know that TxDOT, so if you're interested in civil engineering or materials engineering, the Texas Department of Transportation, they open summer internships every year. So you have to start looking for these, I would say, like at the beginning of the year, like January, February, March. That's when they start opening them. And what I like about these is that they rotate you. So they will take you out into the field, or you would be testing materials in a lab. So yeah, you get to see all the different departments within the Texas Department of Transportation. And it's not just in Laredo. You can find these all over Texas. So that's a very good opportunity if you are interested in civil engineering. And again, if you're a member of SHIP and you get to go to the national convention, you can land an internship at a top company. We have students going to California for the summer, to Florida. And what I like about these is that you have, right after you complete your internship program, you are sometimes eligible to receive a job offer after graduation. So you would have like your future all set just by landing this internship at the SHIP National Convention. So great opportunity. I highly encourage you to attend this conference. If you have the chance or the opportunity to obtain one of these internships, also know that you can use it for credit. This is for systems engineering. You have an elective to choose from. So again, it could be the undergraduate research. You have the choice of taking a class, but also you have this internship in systems engineering. All you have to do is kind of like submit your weekly progress. And it could be during the summer or it could be during the semester. So if you're working for the Office of Information Technology as an intern during the semester, you can enroll in this course and just make sure that you submit all the progress deliverables on time, and you will receive credit for the class. Study abroad. Well, I know that TAMIU is very popular for that. Unfortunately, well, I have the link here for if you're interested in doing the study abroad. And it's also a great opportunity. The only thing is that we don't have engineering-led programs at this time. But I mean, it doesn't matter. You can take another course that will count towards your degree. There are some programs in mostly like in art and foreign language. Now, since we don't have anything for engineering right now, you could do it during the summer, so that way you don't miss a semester, I would say. I mean, that would be, again, my perspective, my recommendation. But yeah, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to be exposed to other cultures, not only like just for the credit, but yeah, it's an invaluable experience to go study abroad. And I just wanted briefly to mention this second one. Because of the pandemic, we haven't been able to continue with it, but the School of Engineering had this like certificate program. They had this kind of like program with the Baku Energy Summer School. This is in Azerbaijan. And I just wanted to show you what some of the students did a few years ago. It was an annual program, but then again, it was kind of like stopped because of the pandemic. I don't know if it's going to be resumed soon. If you want more information, I would recommend that you contact Dr. Kasane. He's currently our School of Engineering interim director. So he would have more information, or maybe it gets announced later on if it comes back. But yeah, so a group of students were selected to travel to Azerbaijan for a 2-week program on energy. So again, this is also very important if you are pursuing a degree in petroleum engineering. And just these were the students who attended that year. So they would do it every year. But yeah, again, it has been stopped since 2020. Hopefully we have it back when things get better. Graduate school. So yeah, I know that you're barely starting, so you may or may not have plans to go to grad school, but I highly encourage it. And just so you know, okay, so again, from my experience, so I did my Bachelor of Science in Information Systems, but there was this part of the degree that I enjoyed more than the rest, like programming, databases, information management. So I went ahead and did a Master of Science in Information Systems. So just know that just because you're pursuing a bachelor's degree in something, it doesn't mean that your master's has to be in the same field. So yes, even if you're engineering, if you want to, you can go to med school. I know it's completely different, but yes, it can be possible. So you can choose from Master of Science, Master of Engineering, even a Master's in Business Administration, and you can even go to your PhD. But I'll talk about the PhD in a minute. So let's say, I mean, it's easier if you want to do your Master's in the same field that you're doing your bachelor's degree. But so let's say that you're doing your your bachelor's in engineering, and you're interested in going for a business administration degree. That is 100% possible. I just recommend that you check the program requirement. So I'm just going to give you an example here. So this is a grad school at TAMIU for a Master of Business Administration. It tells you the concentrations that they have available and all of that. And then it says here that if you don't have a bachelor's degree in business, you will be reviewed by the committee, and you will need some like foundation classes or prerequisites. So you would need to take these before starting your master's. So just know that if you want to do a master's in a field that it's different from your bachelor's degree, you may have to take some additional coursework. So the example that I gave you, that if you are in engineering and you want to go to medical school, yes, you can, but just know that you would have to take extra classes like biology, biochem, and other classes that are not within the engineering degree. So it will take you 1 or 2 extra years to be able to apply for the degree. But know that anything is possible. So just because you chose this degree that you're currently in doesn't mean that you're going to be in it forever. So yes, you can have a change of career, or you can be a little bit more focused with a master's degree. That's what I did. In regards to the PhD, I would recommend to also look into that. Just know that the PhD is more research related. And also there are some programs at some universities that kind of like put the master's and the PhD together. So it doesn't take you as long as if you do it separately. But yeah, I do also recommend that you look into the PhD. But then again, just make sure that you check your program requirements for anything that you want to do in the future. Now, some of you, I don't know if you've heard about this, but some of you may want to get licensed as a professional engineer. So once you finish your engineering degree, you can follow this 3-step process. Note that I don't have a professional engineer license, and that's mainly because my industry doesn't require it. I know that for civil engineers, this is very important, because you may want to have, you want to have your license in order to have your own firm. So the first of all, you need an engineering education. There are some exceptions, but most likely you'll need an engineering bachelor's degree from an AVID accredited program. It doesn't have to be AVID accredited, because for example, our systems engineering program, it's AVID accredited. So that just means that the engineering accreditation board kind of like says that it's a good degree, right? So it's accredited by them. The computer engineering and the petroleum engineering are not accredited yet, and that's just because they're fairly new degrees. So they have to wait for a graduating class so that they can start the process. So since we don't have anyone graduating from computer engineering and petroleum engineering yet, we cannot start the process. But yeah, so you need to have a bachelor's degree in engineering. Again, there may be some exceptions if you're a math major or like a geology major, some kind of like science related major. So that's your first step. Then, you will need to take this FE exam. So I'll have the link here if you want more information. This one, you usually take it during your senior year or once you graduate. It's a very long exam, and there's different discipline exams. So if you are in systems, you would take this one. If you're going for civil, you would take that one. And it gives you all of the requirement and specifications for each and one of the exams. So you pass this exam, the FE, and you become an EIT, which is an engineer in training. Of course, that gives you status and it looks good in your resume. But then what you want to do is, after 4 years of working under a professional engineer, so that's why I'm telling you that that's why I didn't apply for this, because of my industry, I don't work for professional engineers. But if you work for a professional engineer for 4 years, that would be your other requirement. You would be ready to take your PE exam. And again, I have some information about it here. This is the second exam that you would have to take. And also it's discipline specific. Systems engineering, you would take this one. That would be computer engineering, petroleum. These are our 3 degrees that we have at TAMIU. If you pass this one and you have already passed your FE and you have your 4 years of experience, then you will become a PE, which is a professional engineer. So in your title, you would put like your name and then comma PE, because you would be a professional engineer. Again, this is not a requirement. Some industries require it, some job positions require it. So that's why I'm telling you. So go look for your dream job and see exactly what you need, because you may or may not need this PE license. Okay, so just more information about it in these links. And I think if you have a master's degree, you only need a master's degree in engineering. This would be changed to 3 years. If it's still current. I don't know if they have changed that, but yeah, before, if you had a master's degree, you would only require 3 years of experience. Now, other resources that I want to share with you. So if you are ever, I mean, it's not just for you, if anyone from your family, are interested in opening a small business, or also let's say that you graduate from engineering and you have this entrepreneurial spirit and you want to open your small business and you don't want to break the bank by pursuing an MBA. TAMIU has this center. It's called the Small Business Development Center, and within they have this small business management program. It is $200. It's a semester-long program, and you'll see like there are some like classes to choose from and some classes that you have to take, and they give you a certificate at the end, and they help you start your business. So you would have an advisor helping you throughout the entire process. And again, if you need more help after you complete the program and after your business is running, you can come back to them and they can still help you out. Even if you want to get a loan to start your business, everything, this is a great resource. I did this when I was doing my undergrad, and I just did it because I was interested in like business overall. And yeah, so you get a very valuable information and advice from this center. So this is a recommendation. Again, if you have a family member that's interested in starting their small business, share this with them. So it's a very good program. Another resource that I want to share with you, it's this Coursera. So this website right here, it's free, so you can join for free, and there's many courses that you can take from top universities, and not just universities, also companies. So for example, they have some professional certificates for Google, for Facebook, for IBM. And also, let's say that you want to take classes from Stanford. They give you all the courses that are available. Now, these are free, but if you want to get a certificate, and they're completely online, and if you want to get a certificate, you just have to pay a fee for them. And some of them are self-pays. Some of them, they tell you like exactly, like for example, this one starts in January 23rd. There's also financial aid available. You can even get online degrees from here. So master's degrees and even bachelor's degrees as well. And edX, it's also very similar. So I wanted to share this one as well. I have taken courses from edX. I haven't taken any from Coursera, but I love edX. I think they have more variety of courses. But also, I mean, you can take courses from UT, from Harvard. And it's not just single courses. You can also take certificates that also look really good in your resume, and it will help you stand out from others. So especially if you're into computer engineering, computer science, and software development, you can take more courses here and get certificates that will help you, again, stand out from other applicants to the positions. Also, again, in the event that there's a course that you're struggling with and that you don't find a tutor or something, you can, let's say, I don't know, maybe you're struggling. Let me see if there's something with physics, just as an example. Yeah, so I mean, you have like pre-university calculus and physics, physics 1, pre-university physics, intro physics. So yeah, if you're struggling with the physics that you're taking, you can join this for free, and maybe you see like a different teaching style or a different examples or problems here that help you practice. My recommendation here is that, so let's say that you want to learn to program. Let me just give you an example. There are some courses, like for example, introduction to computer science, basics of computing and programming. These introductory courses, I would recommend that you take them for free. And maybe not get a certificate, but the ones that you for sure want to pay for and want to get a certificate, it's more advanced classes. Well, these are mainly like introduction, but I don't know, or maybe if you didn't take, because I know that TAMIU you learn mainly C++, but you want to add Python to your resume, so go ahead and pay for the Python course, and you can add that to your resume, like, oh, I know Python as well, or I know Java, and they're not that expensive. Let me see if it shows the price somewhere in here. It gives you the syllabus and everything. Let me see, ways to enroll. Okay, so yeah, if you just want to audit it, like take it for free, you can do that. But for example, this course would be $332. There's cheaper ones. There's like $99 courses. And there's also some graduate programs available. So again, this is a great tool for you to learn without breaking the bank. So another great opportunity. And this last one, if you're interested in coding and programming and anything related, this Unity platform is really great. It's a software. It's free, but it's more for like game development. And you could start by building your portfolio. Again, if you are into programming, I recommend that you start building a portfolio. And not just with the projects that you do in your classes, also some independent projects. This Unity, it has some tutorials that help you, like they guide you step by step on how to learn to use the software and also programming. This little project right here, it's really great. I used to teach fundamentals of programming, and this was the final project, and the students, they would seem to enjoy it a lot. It's very easy to follow, and again, it would enhance your portfolio, and it will help you, one, to learn this software, and two, also will help you learn to program. So just another advice over here. Last but not least, I have a scholarship opportunity. I know that TAMIU offers some institutional scholarships like freshman scholarship, transfer scholarship, but this is a departmental scholarship. So this is just for STEM students. So if you are in pre-engineering, if you are in computer engineering, systems engineering, or petroleum engineering, you qualify for this opportunity. This is the link to the scholarship. Let me just explain a little bit. So yeah, this is a STEM RRG. I know that it's under Department of Mathematics and Physics, but then again, it's for any STEM student. So these are all of our donors. The good thing about this scholarship is that we have very generous donors. So if you meet all of the requirements for the scholarship, your chances that you get it are very high. So it's not as competitive because we have a lot of donors that are willing to help our STEM students. So this scholarship, the amount, it's $1,000. So the way they do it is like they break it down into $500 for the fall semester and $500 for the spring semester. These are the deadlines. So for spring semester, it's on October 1st, and then for the fall, it's on June 1st, but feel free to apply as soon as possible so that it gets processed quicker. And the requirements are, first, you have to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident. So unfortunately, if you're an international student, you won't be able to obtain the scholarship. Second, you need a 3.0 GPA. So if you are like right on the limit, make sure that you bring that up and that you apply as soon as you have a 3.0. You are to be an undergraduate Hispanic or minority student, and you have to be a STEM major. Also, you have to be taking at least 12 hours. Another thing that I want to clarify is that you have to be a university student. So if you're taking the courses as dual credit, you won't be able to qualify. So if you are, for example, a part of the academy, I know that some students taking foundations may be enrolled in the academy. Unfortunately, you won't qualify until you are a TAMIU student. So once you graduate from the academy, feel free to apply as soon as possible. And here's the application. So you have the link right there. All you have to do is fill this out. Also, if you're an Eagle Scout, let us know, because there's a donor that focuses on Eagle Scout. So make sure to answer yes or no. Just fill all of this out. You are to attach your resume. You have to also attach some transcripts. They don't have to be the like original transcript. You can get a copy or from your degree works. And you also need to include a 300-word essay. So here you have the essay topics. It could be an important social, political, cultural, or economic problem, or how do you plan to use your university education to help better your community. So also you have the checklist over here. Once you put all of your documents together, you're to go to LBB 312 and ask for Dr. Gunatilaki. He will be receiving your application. So again, this is a great opportunity to get some extra cash for your education. And okay, again, it's I would say $500 per semester. So even if you didn't apply for the fall, you can still just apply for the spring. So that's why we have the two deadlines listed in the website, and you would only get the 500 for the spring semester. Now, if you applied for the fall, you do not need to reapply for the spring. So it's the entire academic year. This is just to lighten up the mood. There are many more reasons to love an engineer. I know that you just received a lot of information, so please take some time to process it and let me know if you have any questions in the Q&A forum for this week. I am more than happy to answer them and assist you to the best of my abilities. Remember that you can post anonymously if you want. Thank you so much for your time and have a great week, everyone.